There really are so many amazing places to live in Colorado, and in recent years, the town of Castle Rock has become extremely popular. The bottom line, in my opinion, on why people love Castle Rock is that it feels like a small town community with a cute little Hallmark Main Street vibe, but with bigger city amenities. It's kind of like getting the best of both worlds. Stay tuned to find out why you just might fall in love with Castle Rock. Ultimately, the biggest reason that I think you'll love Castle Rock is the general feeling or vibe you get from the town. What I love most, and what many people find so charming, is the community feel that's built right into the town, the little main street and all the activities. Castle Rock literally looks like a Hallmark movie during the holiday season. It's so cute. And the holidays are kicked off with the annual star lighting, where the whole little town comes together, they shut down the streets, and they spend a whole afternoon doing family-friendly activities. And then around dark, there's this countdown to the lighting of the huge star on top of the Castle Rock, and that star stays lit throughout the rest of the year. Another really popular and super fun summer event is the cattle drive down Main Street. This kicks off the Douglas County Fair and Rodeo. They shut the whole town down and drive a whole bunch of cows from one end of the town to the other. It's really something to see. And throughout the entire year, there are so many things to do in town. Parades, car shows, movies in the park, food trucks and food truck festivals, wine and beer tastings. There's really something for everyone nearly year-round. But the small town vibe is not the only reason to love Castle Rock, and certainly we all can't live in a Hallmark movie. We have lives and things to do, which is another reason that Castle Rock is unique and kind of cool. As I mentioned, small town feel, big city amenities, Castle Rock has an abundance of shopping, dining, and just general activities for your daily life. Castle Rock has more of the large, popular food chains, as well as the kind of foodie, bougie dining options, and the same for shopping. There's all of the bigger brand name stores, as well as super cute, locally owned boutiques, handmade and homegrown places to shop. And Castle Rock also has one of the first and biggest outlet malls at the far north end of town, with over 100 brand name shops. And then back in downtown, the more historic part, you can find antique shops, those boutiques, local art galleries and bakeries, florists, salons, and spas. Really, Castle Rock just feels like you can truly get all of your needs met and do all of your daily activities right in this little town. Not just shopping and dining, but also things like gyms, activities for the kids, and even like auto repair and auto sales. It honestly feels like you could do everything you want right here, and there's no reason to ever leave. However, if you do need or want to head outside of your little community, access to the main highways is super close and convenient. Which brings me to the next reason why Castle Rock is so appealing to so many people. Location, location, location. The bottom line is that Castle Rock is located almost exactly in between Denver and Colorado Springs. This makes commuting to either area pretty simple via the main highway, which is I-25. And while Castle Rock is a little bit spread out in terms of its actual mileage or acreage or neighborhoods, no matter which end of town you live on, accessing I-25 is super straightforward, as there's several exits all along the way to get to the main highway. And if you're needing to get to the airport or even to the mountains, I-25 connects you directly to 470 and to I-70, which are the highways that take you east or west, within just a few miles of Castle Rock. So it's really very straightforward to get anywhere you need to be. Now, I will say that because I-25 is the main highway that takes you from the north end of Colorado to the south end, it can definitely get jammed up in those more popular areas, especially in the bigger city areas. And there's a few well-known bottlenecky sorts of situations just to the south of Denver and the north of Castle Rock, and then just south of Castle Rock. You're gonna wanna plan some extra drive time, especially during those peak hours, or when there's popular events like Larkspur's Renaissance Festival. But like I already mentioned, because Castle Rock has so much to offer, you might not feel like you ever really need to leave. Okay, so the next reason that I think Castle Rock is just amazing and far superior to lots of areas in the Denver metro, and honestly, this is probably the biggest reason that most people choose this area, and that's the number of outdoor activities right at your fingertips. I'm a horse girl, and for me, the Castle Rock location is near several open space riding areas, and within town there's even several places to board horses. Or, if you want to own your own horse property, there are larger horse properties in the outskirts of town and then the surrounding areas. Okay, but for everyone else, and much more of the mainstream, is like hiking and biking and trails, all of the activities. Many, if not most, of the communities in Castle Rock have paths and trails and parks built right into the neighborhoods. It makes heading out for a run or a ride as convenient as walking out your front door. But the biggest outdoor attraction that Castle Rock offers, and the one that I tell everyone about, is the MAC, or the Philip Miller Activity Center. This is an absolutely amazing park. This outdoor space has miles of hiking and biking trails. It has a zip line, a turf area, a workout area, an incline, a rock climbing wall, a splash pad, and then there's an inside area that has indoor turf, batting cages, trampolines, swimming pools. And then there's also this outdoor amphitheater. They do all sorts of concerts in the summer and yoga in the park. This is a must-see in Castle Rock, and for many residents, it's a weekly, if not daily, activity. And accessing the parks and trails are free, and then the organized activities or the indoor activities have a small fee, and you do not have to be a Castle Rock resident to try it. This is really a huge highlight of Castle Rock, and a feature that I think makes it really stand out if you're looking for an active outdoor vibe. And ultimately, like I already mentioned, even if you're a skier or boarder, accessing I-70 to head to the mountains is pretty straightforward. Not that I-70 isn't going to get jammed up and be a disaster, but that's true no matter where you live. All right, so of course, there's many things to consider when you're moving to a new community. Things like schools, healthcare, safety, which by the way, Castle Rock scores really high on. But these are all topics that can be researched very quickly on your own. What I really wanted to show you today was the things that you might not be able to get a sense about with just a simple Google search. Here's the thing, it's not that there is no downside to living in Castle Rock. There are definitely aspects of the city and town that create challenges and frustrations, and it might not be for everyone. But if you are looking for a community that is pretty hard to beat in terms of location, activities for all interests and ages, and a sense of community and connection without sacrificing amenities, Castle Rock might be the perfect place for you. If you want to know more about Castle Rock or anything real estate, let's chat. My info is below. And if you found this information helpful, I'd sure appreciate you showing me some love by subscribing and liking my channel.